Yousef Al-Benyan, thank you so much for joining CNBC. I want to kick off by asking you about where we are today. This is the B20. It's the first of one of a series of events leading up to Saudi Arabia's hosting of the G20. What's happening here today?
Well, again, thank you to be part of our B20 Inceptions Forum today. I mean, we are really, truly very excited to take these opportunities on behalf of the global business community. As you know, the B20, we take this very seriously in the kingdom. This is really a quite historical moment for KSA to showcase what we can offer to the global business community. It's led by our local business leaders, you know, male and female, which they have been really exposed to a global business or even local issues. We assembled them for quite some times to come up with their recommendation for the task force. And then we took it globally, engaging with our B20 leaders through the G20 countries. And then we came up with a very interesting task force and agenda, and hopefully today, this afternoon, they're going to start roll up how they're going to develop their recommendation process for the G20 leaders.
It's an incredible time for Saudi Arabia, and frankly, it's an incredible time for people who don't necessarily know too much about the kingdom to be exposed to all of the strides that have been made in the last several years, especially with regards to the Vision 2030. What to you is the most exciting aspect of this? Is it the fact that we have such a significant uptick in the involvement of women?
In fact, it's what I'm really excited about in 2030. You could have a really long an interview to cover those main elements. But if I may pick some very interesting piece that it really touches my heart is really the youth transformation and contributions to the entire society and driving the 2030 vision. And more importantly also, enhancing the role of women into the entire really society. That's why in B20 group we have looked at how can we enhance women in business. So we had really an action council for enhancing women in business, which led also by one of our premier leaders on the KSA. And in fact, they have the first summit yesterday, and they gather from more than, again, 20 G20 countries. They're looking at how can they enhance women in business globally. So those two, I think it's very interesting to see them through transformation for the last 5 years.
And when you look at this a bit more broadly as SABIC CEO, where are the opportunities, do you think, for women in the next 10 years? Where are we going to see women achieving in terms of percentage of your business?
Well, again, I think we are all globally, if looking at it as of today, we are really talking about B20. I think we are not satisfied with the level of female participations in the entire business community. There is very low percentage, and that's why we have taken in B20 to look at, we need to walk the talk. And that's why we have selected 50% of our task force female. We have selected 45% of our co-chair female. So we need to drive this to start with from our B20 to show our global G20 leaders what else they need to do from regulatory environments to enhance the women participations. I think we have a room to grow. We have a room to improve on the involvement of women in our business community, of course, also in the larger scale in the entire societies.